Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also, just joining us through iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Broadcast, we're glad you all could be with us as well. Well, music is something that we all know is a universal language that can touch us no matter where we are. And we have two great individuals who not only know music but have been able to give us some great music along the way. We're excited to welcome Val Garay to our broadcast today. You guys know him as a legendary producer and engineer. He also worked on the new album by singer, songwriter, and guitarist Kelly Deco. We're going to talk to them not only about their own love of music, but also about the album Constellation. Of course, remind you guys how you can get it for yourself. Val, Kelly, thank you again for the time. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. Yeah.
I'm excited about this. Kelly, I'm going to start with you. I watched a video on your YouTube channel, and you were talking about when you finished Constellation that you knew that you wanted Val to be able to work on this with you. What has it been like for you to see the early response to Constellation?
You know, brings tears to my eyes. I'm a very, I've become a very kind of sensitive, emotional person over the years of writing personal, although people might not realize that the songs that artists write that seem interesting are because they come from a personal place from the artist, and so when you start seeing that stuff going out, it touches you very deeply, and I feel very sensitive about it. But I'm so happy that exactly what I wanted was a 70s sound, and I'm so happy that that's what we got. We were hoping for that, and in the process that you might have read about of talking with another producer. His name is Nick Pembroke, who's a good friend of Val's, and we said, hey, I really want to get that sound that I had heard on this Andrew Gold song, and it's the same punchy sound that Linda Ronstadt band had, and he was like, and Nick said, well, that's the sound that Val Garay basically invented, and maybe if we're lucky, he'll get on board with it, and then in the end, that is what happened, and so now that that's the sound, yeah, I'm elated to hear that, because it is truly a thing that sets it in the right frame of mind and the right place. The ideas were all about a vintage futurism, reaching out into cosmic universe, love, and relationships. And then now with that sound that Val has brought to it, it really works. And so very happy is the answer, and I'm so happy about that now. So, and then, of course, now we're with a record company that's promoting it, too, and Chipster PR as well.
Exactly. And, Val, you've worked with so many extraordinary artists over the years. What was it like for you to know that Kelly wanted you to be able to help him bring this particular project to life?
I was working and am working with another guy who I've worked with for the last 20 years, Nick Pembroke, who's an arranger, Juilliard graduate. He does all my string arrangements and stuff, and we write together and we co-produce things together from time to time. And he came to me and said, I worked with this artist, for years ago, and he wants to do a record, and he wants you to do it because he wants to get at that classic sound from the 70s. And I said, okay, let me think about it. And so, he gave me an outline of what Kelly was like and what kind of songs he wrote, and I thought it'd be interesting to try this because I hadn't done a lot of rock records. I did the big Queensryche record, The Warning, their first big record, and then I did a couple big albums with Gene Simmons, who we produced together, and so it just seemed an interesting project to me, and Kelly was a great guy, so after meeting with him and doing this, it was tons of fun. We had a great time and came out with a great record.
Right. Val, I want to ask you this question, Kelly, get your thoughts on it. I mentioned in my introduction that music does have a way of bringing people together, and even reading some of the reviews about Constellation, definitely one of the things people are picking up on is bringing us back to that time, that what's called cinematic rock. Has that been your experience as well, Val, that regardless of all the things that separate us, that music is that uniter that people kind of turn to?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see that in a lot of a lot of big bands, that constantly over the years decide to get back together and make more music. I mean, look at Fleetwood Mac. I mean, there's a great example.
Exactly.
They call it Sparkle, I think. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry, Kelly. I was just going to say, and what about for yourself? What has it been like for you to see the way that music does seem to bring people together?
I was lucky enough to work with someone like Val. This is a very personal record for me. All the songs are about my feelings and life and my experiences, and so I write all the music first, and I wait for the ideas to come through me, and they usually come pretty fast if I'm focused, and I was this time, and all my influences, many of them on this record had passed away even recently, and so they just came, storming through, and it was a wonderful feeling to be able to be free with my influence without any interference from concerns of someone who might still be living, which is unfortunately an unusual thing to say, but and then I just aim towards the heart of of how I really feel, and just get in there, and it's a bit of a soul shaker when you get down to singing and writing on that level for the artist, and but when you're lucky to have a great engineer and producer like Val who's holding the whole thing up for you, it's going to turn out great. And so because of that, on my side, it was a sensitive side. But on Val's side, he's just a brilliant engineer and producer. So this thing came together not just by chance. It was like the whole thing was going to happen. And one of the things that our PR gentleman that is a good friend is Chipster PR. He always mentions the record's got sparkle. And I think that means love. I think it's got love in it, and you can feel it, and it's aiming at that. And I think that's the uniter you're talking about that all music has, is this feeling of love and feeling of something else going on in there, something sparkling.
Such a great point, and such a great thing that we definitely need right now. Again, everyone, we've been speaking with Kelly Deco and Val Garay. They're not only celebrating, of course, Kelly's new album, Constellation, but also their mutual love of music. Constellation is available now through your favorite major digital platforms, so make sure you guys get it for yourself. Kelly, Val, really do appreciate you all stopping by today, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let's go make today amazing. Take care.